Gabriela Montero is back at Heinz Hall with the Pittsburgh Symphony for Prokofiev's third piano concerto. Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Symphony. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here again.
And how was the rehearsal? The Prokofiev is ready to go?
Yeah, it's such an incredible piece. You really need a little bit of time, to get everybody tight and together, and all the instruments. There's so many instruments that have so much relevance in the piece. But it's such a fabulous work, and so intense and dynamic and brutal and imaginative. It's a real it's a real aerobic exercise in the end.
And it has a spectacular ending. Very exciting.
It does,
Maybe
yeah.
you could describe a little bit of the special feature there at the close.
Well, I mean, it's written in a way that there's these scales that are meant to sound as glissandos. Some people do it as glissandos, and I do it in some kind of clusters, and then really accentuate the fifth finger, and it just builds and builds, and it has this dun 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 dun. And the end is one of the most uncomfortable things written for piano, because it's all the way at the end of the piano, so you literally have to be, on this side so that you can play like this, and it just blows up after 3 movements of non-stop, repetitive and aggressive, motion.
The new conductor must be new for you too?
Absolutely, and he's great. He's very, very precise, and of course he's German, so he's very precise and very on top of it, and very musical and very open, very friendly and easy, and just great. It's great to work with people like that.
Are you still improvising? Is there a chance that we'll hear an improvisation this weekend?
Of course, I've been improvising more and more, and it's just now half of my recitals are all improvised, and I'm also composing. That's the new thing that I've been doing in the last 6 months. Just premiered my first piano and orchestra composition, which is called Expatria, and it's a 13-minute work, and it's a very big work, very intense. Just premiered it in Germany with the Academy of St. Martin in the Fields.
I wanted to ask you a couple of questions that we asked our Facebook fans of the Pittsburgh Symphony to ask you some questions. So let me pass along the questions they asked. They want to know, what is your favorite piece of music to improvise to?
There are so many. There are so many. I have to say, one of my favorite songs is Over the Rainbow. And whenever I've improvised on Over the Rainbow, it brings me into a different world. I started asking the audience for a theme, because I noticed that when I would sit down and say I'm going to improvise, nobody understood what that meant, because in the classical world it's just really not done. It's very rare, unlike the jazz world. So it was a process of educating the public as to what is improvisation. It's just something that's created in the moment. And it was also a way to link them to the improvisation, not only by giving me the seed of the improvisation, but also by being able to follow the theme.
Well, our fans of you want to know what you think of Pittsburgh, Heinz Hall, and the Pittsburgh Symphony.
Well, the orchestra is fantastic. Everybody knows that, and it's always a great pleasure to come back. And not only is it a fantastic orchestra as far as the sound, but the energy and the connection with the artists is wonderful, which I really appreciate.